social media. I'm gonna wait for people to actually come on. I'm guessing that is the mysterious person that I always get every time I get on here. Hello again. I'm sorry my daughter kind of ended my live. She was kind of hungry. So, so I know that I was talking about a lot of stuff. The clues that Chris Watts is giving AD, what the clues were. That's basically the same thing. Oh, I lost the one person that usually watches me. They must have thought I was boring. I don't know if every YouTube person like starts out like this. They probably do. But it's okay. I will learn as I go. Would you like to say anything in the live chat? Like I was saying, I was talking a lot about the clues. And was that the 34 or the 35C I said? I think I said 34. But basically the requirements for that. Also, how messed up it is that there are people that believe KK, and KK is the one that is now like a Chris Watts spokesperson per se. And she is saying that Shanann killed the kids, which we all know is not correct at all. Not true. Shanann did not hurt those babies. She cherished them. And KK also said that when Chris walked his own children up the steps to drop them into the oil tanks, it was like putting them to bed. Like, really? Where does she get this stuff? I would love to know where she gets this stuff. But yeah, pretty much I've said everything that whoever is watching probably already knows. I'm trying to think. I really am. I'm trying to think of something different to tell you, but I think I've told you everything in the videos that I've done, which have been like a dozen or a little more. I literally talked my own ears off. But I did have company. Yep, last night in chat, and I enjoyed that. I really did. I like talking to other people about the case because, like I said a million times, okay, maybe not a million times, I exaggerated a million, but like I've said before, and I'll probably say it again, I hate talking all by myself, but oh well. Hopefully some more people jump on, but I am also live streaming when AD is live right now. So, I don't know. Hopefully I get more people. Trying to think. Trying to think. Hmm. I I know that I know today I talked about something new, and that was that a female, an accomplice, was going down, meaning going to jail, being charged, finally, after almost 2.5 years. Um, um, there's a lot of theories out there. There's a lot of speculation out there. I'm not doing anything different. I am just, well, I am definitely not at the rank AD is. Or Maya. I mean, like I was telling this one person, I think it's the same person. I don't know. This person never talks to me. It's okay though. But I was telling, I think it's the same, might be the same person, I don't know, that AD had, was it 1,200 people in his chat? And it is crazy. Like, the people he has in chat, like, he could probably literally go on forever talking to everybody. He really could. That's how many people he has. And I've gone on his channels, and they're maybe hour and a half, 2 hours long, but he could literally go on forever because he has that many people he can bounce ideas off of. It's insane. It's good though. Like it's it's good to have um your own network. You know what I mean? Like your own bundle of people on your channel that you can communicate with and talk about this case with. Um, so yeah, that's how I'm sorry. I've just, I'm running out of ideas to talk about. To be honest, without people talking to me, communicating with me about the case. See, last night I was on for almost 3 hours because I was talking to two people, James and it was her name started with a J. I do know that. Um, they were awesome, and I felt bad because like it was like almost it was like close to 2:30 in the morning, and I was like, because James had to leave, and I mean they said that they'd be back on tonight, but I don't know what time. That's the only thing. And I don't know what other channels they're watching because they could be watching other channels too. And that's okay. I mean, they're they're free to do whatever they want. I mean, just because they subscribe to my channel doesn't mean that I'm the only person they can talk to. They can get into other live chats as much as they want. I just don't know when they'll be on because we just started talking last night. So it's not like I could call them up and be like, well, I'm on. They should get a notification that I'm on. But they could be busy. I mean, last night when I got on, it was like around 11. So it's 9 o'clock right now. And I have one person watching, and that's great. I have nobody to talk to about this case. And I'm not gonna, and I'm not the kind of person that will force somebody to talk to me. I'm not like that at all. I am just, honestly, I am trying to think of other things that I can talk about. That's about the Watts case. Meaning, hold on, give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I mean, I don't know what I could tell you that I already haven't told you, but just give me a minute. um, hmm. You know what? I need some ideas. So give me 1 second, guys. Why is my phone being?
So they closed it down. Right? Stop the clock, close it down. Cha cha cha. Weird goings on in Weld County. This is his big day, right? He's going to present the evidence of what happened. But we're going to sort of look at that. And he did good things. He did good things.
I don't know what happened, but
He had carefully ensured that he would be alone in the middle of the plains to secrete away the remains of his family in a place that he hoped they would never be found.
can you hear this?
In one final measure of disrespect for the family he once had, he ensured that they
I'll
would
let
not
you
be
watch a little bit of
together
this
even in death. Or so he thought. He disposed of them
until
in
I can think of something.
He buried Shanann and Nico in a shallow grave away from the oil tanks. Bella and Celeste were thrown away in the oil tanks at this facility. Different tanks, so these little girls wouldn't be together in death. Imagine this, Your Honor. This defendant took those little girls and put them through a hat at the top of an oil tank, 8 inches in diameter.
This is sick.
Bella had scratches on her left buttocks from being shoved through this hole. A tuft of blonde hair was found on the edge of one of these hatches. The defendant told investigators that Bella's tank seemed emptier than CeCe's because of the sound that the splashes made. These were his daughters. Significantly, when his co-workers arrived at the tank battery later that morning, to a person, they all described him as acting completely normally. It was a normal workday, even while his daughters sank in the oil and water not far away from him. And then his efforts at deception truly began. We've all seen the emotionless interviews that the defendant gives to the local media asking for help in locating his family. We watched as he claimed that the house was empty without them and that he hoped that they were somewhere safe and that he just wanted them to come home. He told investigators that they were at home sleeping when he left for work that morning and that Shanann had told him that she was taking the girls to a friend's house for the day.
Lies, lies,
What is
lies.
striking about this case, Your Honor, beyond the horrors that I've already described to you, is the number of collateral victims that he created by his actions. While he stood in front of TV cameras asking for the safe return of his family, scores of law enforcement officers, neighbors, friends, and family scoured the area, fretted for their safe return. They texted him begging for any information and sending him their best wishes, all the while he hid what he had done. The list of indirect victims does not end there. Think of the firefighters and the Colorado State Patrol hazmat experts who had to don protective suits and who were called upon to pull Bella and Celeste out of those oil tanks. Or the coroner employees who had to conduct these autopsies. Or the victim assistants who frantically attempted to ease the suffering of those affected. All of this, Your Honor, for what? Why? Why did this have to happen? His motive was simple, Your Honor. He had a desire for a fresh start. To begin a relationship with a new love that overpowered all decency and feelings for his wife, his daughters, and unborn son. While Shanann texted the defendant over and over again in the days and weeks leading up to her death, attempting to save her marriage, the defendant secreted pictures of his girlfriend into his phone and searched and texted her at all hours of the night. While Shanann sent the defendant self-help and relationship counseling books, one of which, ironically enough, was thrown in the garbage.
Mm-hmm.
He was searching the internet for secluded vacation spots to take his new love in researching jewelry. And while Shanann took the girls to visit family in North Carolina, the defendant went to car museums and the sand dunes with his new girlfriend. The stark contrast between the subjects of their internet and text content is absolutely stunning. Even the morning after he killed them and disposed of their bodies, he made several phone calls. One was to the school where the girls were supposed to start, telling the school that the girls would not be coming to school anymore, that they were being unenrolled. Some more time before law enforcement notification about them going missing. He contacted a realtor to start discussing the selling of his house, and he texted with his girlfriend about their future. None of this answers the questions of why, however. If he was this happy and wanted a new start, get a divorce. You don't annihilate your family and throw them away like garbage. Why did Nico, Celeste, Bella, and Shanann have to lose their lives in order for him to get what he wanted? Your Honor, justice demands the maximum sentence under the agreement reached by the parties. As you will recall, the agreement calls for life sentences as to Shanann, Bella, and Celeste, and all of those to run consecutively to one another. It also calls for the count of unlawful termination of a pregnancy as to Nico to run consecutively to counts 1, 2, 3. I would suggest that the extreme aggravation present in the defendant's conduct and in the efforts that I have described mandate that the sentences for counts 7, 8, 9, tampering with a deceased human body, each be the maximum of 12 years, and that those sentences run consecutively to one another. It is very clear that each of these acts, that these were not the subject of one act, but each oil tank that he walked up with his daughter's bodies and the hole that he dug for his wife and unborn son mandate a mandatory consecutive sentence. It's been alluded to this morning, but the defendant was certainly eligible for the death penalty in this case under the existing law of the state of Colorado. As you heard, Shanann's family strongly opposed my office seeking the death penalty and being bound to the criminal justice system for the next several decades. That's in large part, as you've heard, why we have reached the agreement we have. 4 lives were lost at the hands of the defendant on August 13th for reasons that we will never fully understand, nor will we know. In the end, the Rusick family was much more merciful towards him than he was towards his wife, his daughters, and his unborn son. Prison for the remainder of his life is exactly where he belongs for murdering his entire family. Thank you. I am, Your Honor.
Hold on a second. Hello to the second person here. Would you like to say anything in the chat? So this person left. So the Rusacks, like you heard, they could have easily wanted the death penalty. But instead, they spared his life and chose life in prison over death. Even though his family didn't get that courtesy. And when DA Rourke describes how Bella fought for her life, it makes me sick to my stomach, literally. I don't understand how somebody can do that to anybody, especially to little girls. They will never have the knowledge of, they'll never get to, experience actual school or experience a first crush or a first boyfriend or love or senior proms, marriage, children of their own. He made sure that, Chris Watts made sure that that wouldn't happen. And, I don't know how the Russos did it, but then again, I do. They weren't evil monsters. They knew that he would never tell the truth. They knew that they might never get justice for their daughter and granddaughters and unborn grandson. But they spared his life. And that says a lot about a person, about people. Because you could see the pain in their eyes. Watching Shanann's dad cry his eyes out during that sentencing hearing, it broke me. And I'm an emotional person to begin with. So that on top of it was like Hurricane Katrina times 100. But yeah. Sometimes it was too much. It really was. To listen to those details. And to try to figure it out. It's like trying to figure out a jigsaw puzzle. But with most of the pieces missing. That's how I can explain it. And
nobody's watching still.
Only one person is watching.
I've realized something. Every time you go on live, there's one person immediately. I think that one person is you.
What?
I think the one person is you.
No.
Yes, huh? Because every time, as soon as you get on, the one person pops up.
Are you serious?
So I think it's counting you.
No, it doesn't count
Yes,
me.
it does. I'm telling you.
It does not count me.
I'm telling you. Then ask them to say something. If you're on my mom's live, can you
Oh my god.
Can you type something? Anything, honestly.
Seriously?
See?
Or maybe they just don't want to talk. Some people aren't comfortable with. Hey! Give me that! Okay, come on. Take.
That's why I got 0. They would have liked it if they're on all the time.
Alright, go. Seriously. Because I was just doing a live and completely, like, made me feel like I was stupid.
You're not. Who's calling you?
Nobody.
I should do. Let's go.
No!
So,
No.
please.
No. No.
Oliver. Oliver. Oliver.
Maybe my daughter's right. Maybe nobody is watching. Maybe that one person is me. But it's okay because I'm still going to continue this live, even if nobody's watching. Can you at least like the video? Oh, crap. I think my daughter was right. Oh, well. It's okay. Doesn't bother me. But no. So I was saying, seeing the pain in the Rusak's face. It was very, very painful to look at. And it's just, this whole case is sad. And it's depressing and it's frustrating and you want all the answers, but you don't know them. And now, as I said before, 2.5 years later, Chris Watts decides he's going to speak up and give clues. He's going to control the narrative. He's doing it his way. So, in the same sense, all he's doing is just playing a different role. Just like he was playing a role, people were calling it robotic, how he was acting in front of those cameras. When he was pleading for his wife and kids to come home. And that he wanted his kids to just barrel rush him and make him split his head open. He didn't care. He wanted him home. And he knew exactly where they were. And in the back of his head, he knew this. And he was probably laughing. Heck, he was laughing on national television. You could see those little laughs that he did. Like, I just want him to come home. How's that funny? I don't think it's funny, personally. I'm sorry if my family is missing. For one, the cops would be no help because they'd probably admit me into the psych ward and dope me up on psychotics because I would have a mental breakdown. Sure as hell wouldn't be laughing. No. And I wouldn't be thinking that it was just a game. Acting like a robot, as some people said. I would literally have to be picked up off the floor and admitted into a hospital. That's how bad it would be. So I don't understand how he could just laugh and think it was a joke when it clearly wasn't. Well, someone jumped on and then jumped off. I don't blame them. This is probably one of the worst videos that I did. I don't know what time James and the other girl was wanting me to be on, but I didn't get hardly any sleep last night, so that's why I came on earlier. So I'm gonna give it 20 more minutes. I'll make this video an hour. Whether anybody jumps on or not, that's okay. and then I will go for the night. I guess I was just the reason I made so many, I think, is I was just trying to catch up with everybody else. Because I'm so new at this, and I'm still learning, and yeah. I mean, it's probably not the smartest idea I ever had to come on a live when you have AD and Maya both doing lives, and they have hundreds upon hundreds of people watching them. And I don't know if I have anybody watching me. But me, I am stubborn, so I will keep going for another 19 minutes now. So, let's see. I really don't know what more I can really talk about tonight for 19 minutes. Well, 18 minutes. Because I am exhausted. Like I said, 3 hours of sleep and no nap. I feel like an old lady. That's what I feel like. You know what? I think I'm going to end this live right now. And I will be on tomorrow. But I will be on at... I'm letting you guys know what time I'm going to be on. So whoever views this will know when I'll be on. I will be on at 8:30. Oh, between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. But in between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. For sure. So, hopefully I see you guys in here tomorrow night. I'll try not to come in sooner. I can't promise anything because I could watch something and then I'll want to update you guys. Even though you could be watching it and I could be making a fool of myself. But I don't mind making a fool of myself. But I will let you go for tonight. It sucks because as much as I wanted to stay on and wait for them to come on tonight, I am just too tired. So I'll be on tomorrow night. Remember, between 8:30 and 9 p.m. And unless I change my mind and come on, like I said, if I see an update. It all depends. Okay, well, have a great night. See you tomorrow.